Is that up? Is it up? It is up. It's up. Yeah, it's up. Welcome guys again. And congratulations to the Super Acquaintance who won the cup. And strangely enough, we have this third place game after the finals, but that's the only time these players could have done it. So we're gonna see this interesting third place game as whoever wins is gonna put their names on the podium next to Manfred, JS, and all their Super Acquaintances players and all the Japanese and the Brazilian players who made the second place. Real great performance during the cup. And of course, whoever wins this game is gonna get the third place in the podium. And a great cup, I think. It was very competitive. A lot of surprises. In the end, the Super Acquaintances won, or they were the favorites, but they struggled a lot, and it was really surprising they lost their first game in the American room after a lot of drama. And during the game, there was also some drama with some passes, and it could have been very dramatic if they didn't win, I think. And it seems like now the lineups for this third place game is gonna be Sehir, Dr. Bounce Tornado, and Omar Messi, full Turkish Arab team or so. And for the other game, Omar has left. Omar is joining. WW is gonna use Surpriser himself, Roseby and Lager. Lager who didn't show up for the semi-final. That's really strange for him. For Roseby and Lager who didn't show up. Both teams are ready. The game is underway, guys. So now Sahir is gonna take the kickoff. And a reminder that these two teams played a very even game during the group stage. Roseby takes a shot. It's a great goal for Roseby. Takes the first goal of the game, and Chicken Dean are taking the lead of this game. W is typing right now, and it's gonna be an easy goal for Tornado. Some distraction there with the British captain. It's 1-1 now. Lager taking the kickoffs. So already the lineups again. It's Sahir, Lorien, Dr. Bounce, and Omar. Oh no. Whoa. Good goal there by W. 2-1 for the Chicken Dean. I'm a little still confused with the names. And I keep saying Super Acquaintance. I said it so much that it's still on my memory now. It's 3-1 now for the Chicken Dean. The Chicken Dean, yeah, they're winning. And the All-Star, the full Turkish team, is a little shaky on defense. Lorien's great players on defense now. Rosby's getting his first start of the season, I think. He's usually a bench player, but always giving him time on this first third place game, and now he's performing good so far. So it's 4-1 now for Chicken Dean. So bounced by Dr. Bounce, he misses the ball like with a shot, so he's gonna save it. So if you just join us, yeah, this is the third place game between the two losers of the semifinals, the All Stars and the Chicken Din. We saw All Star lose against the Super Acquaintances; they got demolished, and on the other hand, we saw a seemingly even game and very surprise win by the Brazilians against the Chicken Din, who just lost the finals. Lager takes a shot, but Florian saves it, and now Tornado comes and boosts his opponent into the net. Dr. Bounce with a great bump there. Nobody from the All-Star team taking that goal, and nobody's gonna score, even though the ball was just in front of the net. So they just have to tap it in. They all went to bump. That's interesting because all of these players are known ball hoggers. Now Lager with a good pass to Surpriser. Surpriser's gonna score that. It's +4 right now. Dr. Bounce asking for a pass, and W is the one who passes, not his captain. Yeah, some background music there by Mark, just chilling and rejoicing on his champagne victory. Shiranui is eating victory. They had to suffer to win that cup. It was until the second period of the last game they had to struggle, and the last period they dominated. When the Brazilians just had to give everything to throw themselves to try to win it, and they couldn't. So now we continue. This third place game is happening. Lager is still AFK, but Lager still standing still, and W is gonna own goal. Lager legged out. That's not a coincidence. So I think the Turkish team is gonna class. So don't count that goal on the score sheet. It's only 1-5 for now. Or at least that's what the Turkish captain said, and that could be a little controversial. Tornado controlling the ball on the midfield, quickly stolen by W and Surpriser. Not looking too good for the All-Star team. They're looking really weak, especially Tornadoes making a lot of mistakes. And I have to say, I'm sorry, I offended John on my last game counter. I didn't mean to offend any sensitivities, whatever. I was just saying what I see in the game, so don't get too offended by that shit, mate. You're a good player, but didn't perform well. That's it. That's all I said, I think. Now everybody's making mistakes. Now I'm gonna lash on Tornado because he's the one making mistakes now. So he's also flying all over. Now Tornado gets in the way of Lorien. As you can see, that's sort of mistakes I point out. And Tornado passing to Dr. Vance on the counter attack. Dr. Vance tries to trick shot, but doesn't work. And Dr. Vance being very calm. Tornado team bombs him, and Sahir takes a shot. Good there by Sahir, puts his team on offense again. Tornado losing the ball, and Surpriser is just gonna. Clearly, the Egyptian Omar Messi is having some connection issues, even though we switched the room for him. And now it's 1-7 for the Chicken Din, because one goal didn't count. So I'm gonna call it that this first game is gonna be over. The first period, you're losing 1-7. That's Brazil, Germany shit, and they're not looking organized at all. So I think against the captain blowing his starting lineup. I'm not sure if they practiced. They were probably watching the finals with everybody. Lorian takes a pass to Sahir. Sahir's gonna get blocked by Surprise, or though he's gonna take a counter attack with 8 seconds to go. Let's see if W gonna score another one. And it's gonna be a goal by Lager. Yes, it's 1-8. You can correct the score sheet, man. It's 1-8 because one goal didn't count for the Turkish team. They just classed it. It's 1-8 right now. So it's 2-8 instead of 1-8. From what I see in the chat, it seems like, yeah, it's 2-8 right now. The score is 2-8, so the music is now getting louder and louder, and it's good because Chicken D needs some music to get this game going. So Omar Messi is gonna get off the bench, and John as well. So here misses a save. Oh, the ball is in front of it. This is slowest goal in the cup. This is a ball just. It's a blooper, and Lager being a little cocky right now. I think. He didn't show up to avoid the embarrassment of losing the semi-final against the Brazilian powerhouse, and Lager takes a shot and Rosberg just exits for some reason and saves it. Dr. Rose with a great power shot, so he's gonna take that and tap it in. It's again +6 for Chicken Dean. Mar Messi looking really cold right now. Let's see if John performs a little better now, and I can praise him because he's mad at me, and for my commentary of his last game, it was not good. Now John covering the walls here, and some team bombs on the net by the All-Star team. Dr. Vance, Dr. Vance almost saves it, but Surprise are just Xing again, and scores is +7 again for it's the first game of the third place game. So here looking weak in this game, it's not his usual self, usually faster and more precise with the ball. Dr. Balnas has an opportunity, he hits the post, now Momaresh, he's gonna take the shot, but it also hits the post. Rosberg recovers it. I'm being told that Ollie is very drunk, and one of the other members of the chicken team, yeah, they could be drunk as well, or worse. So even though they're drunk, they're winning. And I'm not sure what kind of substances the Turkish team are on, but they are losing so far by quite a big amount of goals. So here and Omar competing to be who's the biggest ballhog there. Now John with a team bomb on here, and his captain Surprise is gonna take the ball, and he misses an open net though. Another mistake there. Dean Doctor bouncing John. I'm not sure what's happening there, but I know what's not gonna happen. He's not gonna make any substitutions in the middle of the game. Last time we saw that in the semi-final, he just let the game slip, and I think it's possible what's gonna happen this time again. Lorian is still on the bench, even though I think Lorian should start now. Omar Messi hits the ball on Zahir, now misses an open net with W and Surprise or save it. And Zahir's gonna pause in the middle of the game. Lager's lagging again, so not surprising that Lager is lagging. Lager has left the room. A great display of what was that shit Trooper wrote? A great display of. Let me find it on Discord. Oh yeah, a great display of fair play and what the fuck is that shit? And courtesy. Sarcasm. Yeah, so we're seeing on this game a lot of friendly shit going on, and even those two pauses in the middle of the game and no drama, like in the other game that we saw a lot of drama. Both teams asking for a goal when the other team paused, and no class from neither of them. So right now the game is +8. This is the second period of the first game, and I think pretty much this first game is over. So here's probably gonna have to focus on the second game and see if he can win it and force a third game, because if you ask me, I'm not seeing it. A lot of mistakes. Look, now Omar just gave the ball to Quebec, who just got swooped in instead of Lager, who let down. Got swooped in instead of Lager. Now with the ball passes to W. Dr. Bounce blocks it. Dr. Bounce was very embarrassed. The ball got swooped in. Really slow. Slow bumps from the All-Star team. So here and Omar Messi. Oh, Dr. Bounce almost scored, but it's wide. Some elevator music that Mark put in. What they listen in Canada, and some chill music. It's what they call it. Bounce. Oh, hits the ball, but hits the post in front of the net. Some great defense by the All-Star by the Chicken Dinner. Some counter-attack by Surprise, but it's gonna be too late, and the second period's gonna end for 1 for a total of +9. Mong is being himself again. I think Mong have some problem with his dick. Well, like see kidneys, he cannot hold his pee for longer than I don't know, 30 minutes. He's been peeing 3 times in the last hour. I've sat here without peeing for over 2 hours, dude. What's wrong with you? And I'm drinking beer. Yeah, Monkey's on the bathroom. He's peeing himself again. So he's gonna change the lineup again for the last period. He's gonna bench Dr. Bones. Dr. Bones, who is benched. John still on the lineup with Omar Messi and here. Orion is a great player, I think, usually on the poops. Rosby's getting all the minutes he can in this game. He's been doing good so far. Rosby's gonna pass to Quebec. The pass is a little weak though. Omar trying some trick shots, but this is not a public room and that's not gonna work against these players. And W with a great interception puts himself on Quebec. Rosby with a great bumps, and yeah, Lorien just gives the ball to W. Standing still. Some good bumps by Rosby, and W just took the ball, and a lot of flying going on from All-Star team. Monkey's back. Well, team bumps between Lorien and another person of the All-Star team's not working out. It's +11 right now. It's getting even more embarrassing than their last game. I'm not sure what happened, because in the group stage this team was not performing that bad. They surprised a lot of people now. So here's scoring a goal, and the second game is gonna be on the European room. An own goal now by Sahir. Lorien couldn't control the ball. It's just very strange goal. And now it's me who needs to pee. I think it's contagious what Monk has, but maybe he's STD. Now I have to pee urgently, so I'm gonna wait for the period and then go pee. So you can tell the first game of this third place game is pretty much over. The chicken team dominating. Not much substance from the All-Star team or on the moon this game. Oh, and yes, W is trying to compete for the most scorer award, which the table is not updated right now to avoid cheating. So it's gonna be updated after all the games, so to define who's gonna be the goal scorer and top assister of the cup. So here's teams getting dominated. Lauren now with the ball. Lauren looking a little weak now. Omar Messi is gonna try a trick shot on the wall, but it's very weak. No, it's the ball on set here. So I was saying, W's team is trying to give as much goals as he can for W to get the top scorer award. He was competing against. Oh, he just missed one. You can tell W had some little extra drinks this night, and just Omar scores a goal for the All-Star team. Maybe he should have played the final like that, drunk. I'm not sure if he's drunk completely, but I was told that W is drunk. Not sure that's the case. It's not looking that drunk though. His avatar is strange, if you ask me. I don't remember having him that avatar. So yeah, you can tell W is just chasing the ball, trying to score to get those goals, to get the top score award. Rosby now tries to score, but W just blocked him, trying to. I don't think that was on purpose. It was just I think Rosby shot it too early. So here misses an angle shot. So you're standing still now. It's big mistake there between Omar and John. John not controlling the ball and just gave it to Surpriser for some reason and just stood still and didn't kick the ball. I don't want to get raged at, but that was a big mistake, John. So here now the ball in corners. John exit hard on him and Omar Messi standing still in front of the net, waiting for a counter attack, but also Surpriser is waiting in the midfield. So here passes to John, but now he's projecting and great bounce there by Dolby, but so he's finally recovering the ball and trying some shots on the corner. Good goal there by Omar. $3-7 an hour, gonna change. First game is gonna go for the All-Star team, for the chicken team, I'm sorry.